Good morning, YouTube. It is Sharice here, and I'm getting ready for church. And as I promised, I'm going to be doing a green look today. I already have on my base. The base is on my face. The base is on my face. All right, I'm done rhyming. I'm getting excited because it's back to school. At first, I was like, oh, I don't want to go back to work. But now I'm like kind of excited to go back to work because my favorite teaching month is Black History Month, and that's coming up real soon. So I'm excited to plan lessons for that. But today we're going to be doing a green look using the Menagerie Cosmetics Feral palette. Yesterday I did like a pink and turquoise teal look using this palette, and it was so pretty. It came out absolutely gorgeous, so I'm super excited to use the greens in this palette, and the plan is to use all three greens for this look and maybe just only these three greens. So we're going to see how that turns out. But first, let me tell you what's already on my face because I really, really love the way that my base came out today. For primer, I went in with the NYX Pore and Shine Control Primer. I've been just trying to use this up more, and not only when I wear NARS. Did I say NYX? I meant NARS. And not only when I wear the NARS foundation, because this is a really good primer. So that's the primer I have all over my face. Then I went into the under eyes with the Becca Anti-Fatigue Under Eye Primer. I love this. I got this as gratis when I used to work at Ulta, and I really, really enjoy this. I don't use it every day. I don't even use it every week. It's just sometimes when I feel like it, I'll just use it, and I really, really like this. Next, I went in with foundation. Oh no, stuff is not fitting. Y'all know how I am about this. And lately I've been really into mixing foundations. So the two that I mixed together today are the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation in the shade D80 Soft Sable. And this one is actually a little bit too dark for me right now, but I mixed it with the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer in the shade 28 Clove. So I mixed these two together and it literally gave me the perfect shade. It looks so good mixed together. Like, this combo is a banger. Like, it looks so good in person. Looks amazing. Love these two mixed together. What I love most about this one is how long wearing it is and how it's very, very, very transfer resistant. This is like one of the foundations that transfers the least for me. This one, I love the finish. It gives a very skin-like appearance to the skin. So mixing it with this one is just like amazing. And this one is also super duper long wearing. And I also love the undertone of this one mixed with the one that's too dark. It's perfect. So those are the foundations I have on. Then to set my entire face, I've been trying to use this powder that I don't really like. I'm trying to see how I can work it best so I don't waste it. I use the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder, and I use this to set my entire face, my whole face, all of my face. And I actually like it for that. Not just using it under the eye, but my whole face. And I noticed that with this powder, I normally do get creasing, but I just have to layer it up. So I did several layers like under my eye and on my eyelid to prevent it from creasing. But it's decent for all over the face because I feel like it doesn't make me look gray in person. Like, my skin doesn't look ashy in person. Maybe on camera, but in person it doesn't. So I use that to set my entire face. And then as kind of like a bronzer, I went in with the Black Radiance pressed powder in the shade Ebony. As you can see, this is deeper than I am. And I used it kind of as a bronzer today. And I love the way that it looks on my skin. It's beautiful as a bronzer. Now, this used to be my actual skin tone in the summer. I can use this to set my whole face. But right now I use it as a bronzer and I love the way that it looks. It looks very natural. It's not overly red. So perfect as a bronzer. I will definitely be using this again in that way. And then to brighten back up under my eyes, I went in with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Powder in the shade 700 Classic Tan. And I just pressed that in under my eyes just to add a little bit more light under the eyes after doing all the bronzing. And then for highlight, I'm wearing Fenty Beauty Trophy Wife, which applied very lightly if you like glitter is very beautiful. So yep, that's the highlighter I have on. I really like wearing Trophy Wife. I just make sure I apply it kind of sheer, but it's really pretty. So when you don't do too much. And now we're gonna move on to the eyes. I'm gonna do my eyebrows after eyeshadow, which is something I normally don't do, but I'm gonna do that today because I really feel like jumping into this palette. And since I have a vision for the look, it shouldn't take me that long. So again, this is the Menagerie Cosmetics Feral palette. And I believe this is like $32, $35-ish dollars. I can't remember how much I paid for shipping, or is it in the high 20s? It's not that expensive for the amount of product you're getting. I talked about how heavy this palette is yesterday, how it feels just very just like this is worth the money. And the way that the shimmers shimmer and the way the mattes blended, I'm like, this palette is amazing. So let's go ahead and jump in. The first shadow we're going to use is Fenris. Right here, that lighter green. We're going to use that as a transition shade. And to blend out, I'm going to be using the Sigma Diffuse Crease E38 brush. I'm swiping it off from whatever shadow is already on here. This palette also comes with a mirror, which is nice. So we're going to use this nice kind of mossy green. Green is my favorite color, so I'm excited for this look. And I didn't use this brush yesterday, so because I don't want it to turn teal in my crease on accident. All right, I'm just gonna make sure that this is nice and soft on the edges, as you can see. I've got coffee to drink. It's 8:30 right now, so I'm doing good on time. I want to visit a new church in Charlotte that I haven't visited in years. The last time I visited, they didn't have a building yet, and they were meeting in different locations. But now they have a building, so I'm going to go visit that congregation today. It is not the church that I was raised in, though. It's kind of, I guess, a spin-off, or I don't want to say a branch of it, but it's in the same genre of like non-denominational congregation. There's just some few minor differences in fundamental beliefs and worship practice. So I don't know. We're going to see how it goes. I have just been struggling. I've talked about this before. I've been struggling to find a congregation that is not like 85% or more white people over the age of 50. I should say 90%. Actually, I should really say 95% white or more. Like just all the churches. I hate that the South is still pretty much like segregated. Like, it's so annoying. I just want to go to a congregation that reflects the community that I live in. And the community that I live in is not all white. Yes, it is predominantly white, but not like that. Like there are definitely Black people that live in this area, and the church should reflect that. I really strongly feel that. And it's like, if it doesn't, do those people feel welcome, or are you not reaching out to them? Those are my questions. How do you feel about that? So like, that's just been a huge issue for me. Even the church I went to in college, like the only Black people there were really just the college students that went there because it was like a 10-minute walk from the campus and like a 3-minute drive from campus. And we were also like the youngest people. Like I'm tired of going to church and there's 0 people in their 20s. And if there are people in their 20s, they're married, or they're married and already have children. And I'm like, I'm not there yet. So it's like, I have nothing in common with the people there except for our love for Jesus Christ. And I mean, that is like the most important thing, obviously. But it's hard to find somebody to hold you accountable if they're not going through the same walk that you are, if they're not in the same stage of their walk as you are. And I just find that there's just no one there I can really relate to. It's just annoying. It's been really annoying. It's been very difficult. And I feel like this is something that people in their 20s struggle with that are Christians is, I mean, unless you go like a huge mega church, like no offense to people that go to like Elevation and things like that, but that's just not my vibe. So I don't know. This is really pretty so far. We're gonna go into the shade Ivy, and I'm gonna use the same brush. I'm gonna use this to deepen up the crease and go a little bit lower into my crease. Did I even show you Ivy? Here's Ivy. She's a matte green. This is green Ivy, not blue Ivy. Whoa, this is so pretty. Yes, this is like my favorite color green. It's kind of like a emerald foresty green, which I love. Like I said, I'm going lower into my crease. I'm kind of packing the color on. But yeah, I don't know. I just really want to go to a church where I feel like I'm represented in the congregation and at least 3 other people. Like, give me 3 Black people in their 20s, maybe 30s. One of them can be married, but not to the other person in the congregation. Is that bad? Like, I'm so over being the token. Like, it's exhausting and it's annoying. Like, I don't want to be your token. Like, I'm tired of being the token. I might write a Facebook status about this later after I go visit this congregation. And it's like, I also don't want to like change the denomination of church that I go to because like I said, fundamental beliefs and like worship practices that I stand by, like that I was raised with and that I've studied and researched and questioned. I don't want to give that up just to feel included. You know what I mean? I also don't want to go to like an all Black church because like I said, I want the congregation to reflect the community and I don't live in an all Black area. Our world is mixed. Everyone is here. And Jesus loves everybody. So why ain't everybody in the house of the Lord? This look is coming out so pretty. That's all I have to say about this. And it's blending so well. I mean, the colors, I love this palette. I'm almost, should I do a halo? Halo, halo, halo. We might do a halo. So let me just get this together for that. That would be so pretty. So I'm really just going to start packing this shade on the outer portion, inner portion of my eye. This is so pretty. I love green, and green on brown skin with brown eyes. I feel like it's just gorgeous. And I always get compliments when I wear green. People are like, green is my color, orange is my color. Basically anything bright, people are like, that's your color. But I get a lot of compliments when I wear green and then when I wear orange specifically. I could not say that word for a second. But yeah, anybody else having this struggle with like finding a church home where you feel represented? And it's like, I don't want to go to church with all people like in their 20s and 30s. That's not realistic because we already know that that's the age group that is not in church. Like people like 18 to like 35, that's the group that's missing, that is least present in actual places of worship, like physical places of worship. I feel like a lot of people watch online and stuff, but like there's a huge gap, which is why it's so hard to find somebody, you know, a spouse or anything like that, that is in the church. And also because I wasn't raised like in Black church, I also get outcasted from other Christians that are not in the same denomination or non-denomination as I am. They kind of outcast me, which is not showing the love of Christ, but you know, that also is like a thing. Because I mean, people have invited me to go with them, but it's like, yeah. So, I mean, I'm kind of stepping out of my comfort zone because I feel like this is important. Like, I need that kind of support. It's like, how much am I willing to like sacrifice for that? You know, I'm already gonna have to drive pretty far. I'm going back into the first shade we used, Fenris, and I'm gonna use this. It's my Ray Ray number 6 brush. I love this brush for blending. I'm gonna take a little of that on the edge, the lighter green, and I'm gonna go ahead and blend out the edges of this darker green that we laid down. And to me, I love the shade green. And a lot of people think, oh, you like green because of, I just dropped the brush, because of money. But no, that's not why I like green. I always like feel like I have to justify that. When I think of green, I think of nature. I think of life. I think of new beginnings. I think of nature, life, trees, leaves, grass, just like freshness, rejuvenation, just being in nature, outside, God's creation. That's literally what I think of when I think of green. And I mean, I don't know, it's just a peaceful color to me. It's also like refreshing because, you know, nature, trees, breathing fresh air outside, laying in the grass. I'm getting like somewhat hippy dippy, but that's one reason I love the shade green. All right, I feel like that is very well blended. I'm liking what's happening here. I'm just going to use my finger. Y'all know I'm a fan of using my finger for my eyeshadows. I'm just going to press this darker green onto the lid just to really make sure that it is there on the inner and outer portion, even though it's already pretty pigmented. Sometimes I just like to reinforce. You can see there's this little peekaboo spot in the middle. I'm going to go with the shade Huechera, 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 Huechera. I don't know how to say it. The beautiful shimmery green right there, that's going to go right in the center of my lid. And at first, I'm going to start with my finger. Let me wipe my finger off because I had some other stuff on there. And this shimmer also kind of has a duochromatic shift with like gold, like a golden yellow. So pretty. So we want to keep that right in the center. Well, I'm trying to. I'm gonna have to go in with more of the matte shade to like blend the edges, but focusing this on the center of the lid. And I had the same struggle when I lived in the Low Country too, but I just ended up, the people at the Hilton Head Church really, this is so pretty, really made me feel welcomed. Even though most of them were like old enough to be my grandparents, there was one other Black lady, two maybe. One came in consistently because of her job. But yeah, there was like two other older Black ladies, like old enough to be my mother. But like the people there really cared about me, and the preacher and his wife made me feel so welcome. Like they immediately invited, I can't really snap with that finger or eyeshadow on my finger, but like they immediately like invited me over after worship and like ran up to me like to get to know me. And we had this instant connection because his wife was raised in the church that I went to during college, and they had younger children and stuff. And they like immediately made this connection that made me want to come back and made me feel valued. So I continue to worship there. And I loved that congregation. I still love that congregation. And the one that I visited here right around the street from me, I just don't feel that genuine interest and like connection and that desire to make me feel a part of their congregation. It's like everybody was like nice and like cordial, but I don't know. It wasn't the same. It wasn't the same. All right, I'm just taking that darker shade in this fluffier brush that we used to place this in the crease and we first used for our transition color. And I'm just blending the edges into the shimmer that's in the center of the lid and just trying to make sure that it's as symmetrical as possible with the placement. And with how high up it goes. I kind of want to try the whole little like spotlight eye thing, but I also don't want to spend forever on this makeup look because I need to like figure out what I'm going to wear. But let's switch the topic. Good news. I was like, you know how I've been really wanting to work at Ulta. So I decided to just look at what openings they had. And there was an opening for my position, what I would be at the Ulta that's 7 minutes away from where I live. And I literally like flipped out. I immediately like called the store and was like, can I speak to the general manager? Guess who answered the phone? The general manager. And I was like, oh my goodness, well, I didn't say that, but I just explained that, I'm interested in working there. Is it okay if I come in today? And it was Saturday and it was like kind of in the afternoon. So I had a feeling it was going to be too busy, but I was like, let me shoot my shot. And he was like, nah, bruh. Of course he didn't say it like that, but I'm being silly. He's like, nah, bruh, it's too busy in here. But you can hit me up Tuesday morning. And I was like, oh, actually, I'm a teacher full time. I'm an educator. So that's not going to work for me because it's like the first day back to school for the kids. But he was like, oh, well, I'll be there Wednesday until 5. So as soon as school's over on Wednesday, your girl's going to Ulta to go finesse a job because I really miss working there. And I love the company. Okay. So hire me, hire me. I love Ulta. I have an extreme passion for Ulta Beauty. Okay. All things beauty. All in one place. Ulta. I love where this is coming out. So I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom lash line now. I'm going to start with the lighter green Thinnerous. I'm glad that I'm only using this palette for this look. I cannot wait to tag them in this look too because this is bomb. And I'm using the Luxie 141 mini round brush. And I'm going to go kind of low down on my under eye area because this is going to be kind of the blend out peekaboo shade. I'm going to blend this across my entire lower lash line. Like I said, kind of low, kind of messily, honestly. And then I'm going to pack on the deeper green on the inner and outer, and then put the glittery, shimmery shade in the center. So doing the same exact thing as what's on my lid, on the lower lash line. But yeah, I'm super excited. Like I was so excited when I saw that. Literally, like I said, I immediately called the store. So I don't know if someone left or what. And like, I've been visiting that store, so I've like seen the people that work there and see how they treat each other, how they treat customers, how I've interacted with some of them. And that's also another reason why I want to work at this one specifically. There are several other Ultas that I could travel to, but I also love the convenience too. But like the other ones that I've kind of visited and stepped into, I didn't get the same vibe from the staff. Like, do I want to be a part of this team specifically? And I get those vibes from this specific location. So that's also something else that made me really excited when I saw that opening. So I actually think I would really like to work with the women and men here. All right, I'm wiping off my Sigma Short Shader brush, and I'm going to use this to pack on the darker green Ivy to the inner and outer portion of my lower lash line. And I'm also going to go up higher, like kind of into the waterline as well with this shade. Whereas the previous shade, it was much lower. Wow, that's so pretty. I also kind of just hit the inner corner a little bit with this shade. I don't want there to be any gaps. Also make sure you connect to your outer V area. I mean, this look is so pretty. It's a lot for a Sunday morning at church, but still beautiful. It reflects my personality. It's my favorite color. It's bright, it's vibrant, it's interesting. And can you guys tell my pimples already went down in size that I had on my cheeks? So that's good. Yo, I always get so hot I'm doing my makeup. Thankfully, I have on a dress under here so I can take this off. I also washed my hair last night because my scalp was like, ugh. My scalp has been so aggravating lately. Like, so aggravating. To where, like, I have to wash it. Like, I just got up and like, I was getting ready to go to bed when it started to get really, really itchy. And I was like, I can't. I just got up and, like, washed my hair. So I slept on it really pretty much wet, and I'm afraid to take this off and see what it looks like this morning and if it even sort of kind of dried or what the state of it is, but that's okay. All right, I'm gonna take my little mini brush that I love for detail work. I'm wiping off the pink from yesterday, and I'm gonna take the shimmer green shade Huchera and put that in the center of my lower lash line using this brush. Now this brush is somewhat fluffy, so I might need to wet it in order to get the impact I really want. Yeah. Because it's going on, but it's not going on how I need it to. Or I need something firmer. Let's try this like concealer brush that I use when I do like my cut creases sometimes. It's a lot firmer, so hopefully it can really pack this shade on with a little bit more impact in this very delicate, small, tiny area. Yeah, that's better. Definitely a lot better. There we go. I literally binge watched the rest of Kim's Convenience, which is a really funny show. If you're into, I don't even know what that'd be called. I guess drama, sitcom. I don't know. It's like a family show. It's about a family. And then I'm gonna use the same brush to blend Ivy around the edges of the shimmer. Then going back into the shimmer, we're playing the blend, reapply game. Blend, reapply, blend, reapply. Wow, this look is so pretty to me. Love, 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 love it. All right, I need eyebrows. I'm feeling very like editorial without my eyebrows on because they're so thin you can barely see them. But yeah, that is my look using the Ferrell palette. We only use 3 shades to create this look. And I love it. Love, 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 love. Love, love, love it. All right. It's eyebrow time. So I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild retractable eyeliner pencil. And I'm going to put some brows on my face. I don't think I'm going to do any liner today. We're just going to do mascara so that this eyeshadow can really just snatch people's souls because this is beautiful. I've been loving these creative looks that I've been doing lately and like colorful looks. Oh, I'm so excited. Like, I'm so happy with this. And I want to do a brown lip with this. I'm not sure what shade of brown, like super dark or a medium or a lighter brown, but I know I want to do a brown lip with this. So I feel like brown and green go so well together. And it's like a different take on a nude lip for me because my lips are kind of, well, they're not kind of pink. They're very pink for my skin tone. And I don't want a pink lip, even though pink and green go together. They're complementary. I don't want pink though. I feel like I've done a pinky nude lip like the past few colorful looks. Yesterday was like a magenta pink. Also, the store has very interesting hours. I think, yeah, they have interesting hours. I thought maybe all Ultas would have the same hours, but no, they don't. Unless there's been a change recently. Sorry, I was scratching my tummy. I'm just so itchy during this time of year. Like my skin is so dry, it's dehydrated. Part of that is my fault because I don't like to put lotion on from head to toe. I just put lotion on what's showing. Don't be like me. I'm loving the trophy wife with this because like the glitter and the gold kind of reflect in the eyeshadow. It just looks really pretty and like cohesive. I'm going for a straighter brows. You can see not as arched. I feel like that's complementary to the look as well. All right, I think that's pretty good for the brows. This little area is kind of like, that's okay. Nola June has been so quiet this morning. She's being a good girl. She's probably asleep on the couch. I hear her moving. Sounds like she's on the couch. All right. For mascara, I'm going to go in with the Cils Booster Lash Primer because I want my lashes to pop, but I don't want to do false lashes or liner because I want this eyeshadow to show. So let me count how many of the 12 shadows have I used from this palette. I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically about half the palette. Cool. I'm loving how this looks, and I don't even have on mascara yet, but I'm excited. a little bit on the lower lashes. I don't really stress too much about my lower lashes. They do pretty well with almost any mascara. But if you're like me and you don't really like lashes, lash primer really does make a difference. I love the way this look has come together. And I'm glad I could support an indie brand that is amazing. This look, I'm loving it so much. Okay, I have on plenty of primer. I'm gonna let this dry. While it dries, we can go ahead and do the lips. I'm gonna layer the Maybelline over the top of this because I just don't want to waste time trying to build up the NARS Climax. Ooh. Oh, lips. So I'm thinking Colored Rain, whatever. First I was thinking Fenty Unveil, but I want Colored Rain, whatever. But I need to finish my coffee. Which she's kind of cold, but still tastes good. Let's see what my hair looks like. It's still very damp. I just did a wash and go, and I just like pulled it back into a loose ponytail and like kind of did my edges a little bit. But yeah, it's still very damp. Oh yeah. It's very defined, as you can see, but very damp and nowhere near the amount of volume that I prefer. So I need this to air dry to 90%, and then I can go ahead and stretch it with the blow dryer and get the full volume effect. But how am I going to wear it for now? Probably just keep it in this loose ponytail and do something with this little top section to kind of zhuzh it up. Which makes me kind of sad. I mean, I could try and blow dry it damp, but I have a feeling that's not going to go so well if I try and blow dry my hair from this state. Look at this curl. Look at my inches. Yeah. Hopefully by the end of the year, my hair can be like down here, straightened. That would be ideal. We'll see what we can do though. Because right now I'm at a good like collarbone length, which is not bad. But I am trying to grow my hair up. Let me put on a looser bonnet just so my hair can just get some air in the center. But yeah, I've been loving my wash and goes lately. I just found some really great products and everything, and a really good technique for like stretching it. Thank you, Natural Rain, Jalen Mitchell. I've been shouting her out because my hair has been on another level since trying some products that finally Amber suggested in combination with her technique. This is the Maybelline The Falsies Push Up Angel Mascara. I'm going to do 2 coats of this. So this is coat number 1. The primer makes such a difference. And it cuts down like how much time you actually spend trying to build up the actual mascara. It also kind of curls and lifts your lashes too. My stomach just made a really weird sound that I've never personally heard it make before. I feel a little concerned, but we'll see what happens as the day progresses. Like a nude pinky lip would be so cute with this, but I don't want that. I want brown. Going into the lower lashes with their first coat. This brush is so good for lower lashes because it's curved and it has a comb. It also doesn't make your lashes clumpy. But I feel like it gives a little bit more volume than the Climax does. I don't know. There's something about this brush versus that brush. They kind of do the same thing though. I'm talking about the NARS Climax mascara. I've been using those two interchangeably. All right, I'm going in with my second coats. I really like to show the bold type. I got a little bit of mascara on the lid of this eye, which I'll fix after I do my hair and lips, which I'm just going to do on camera because we're here. We're already here in a new year. All right, loving the way this look turned out. Oh my goodness, love it. This is a green lover's dream. I almost want to do like right in the crease a green shimmer line, but I'm not going to. I love this look. Oh my gosh, came out beautiful. I also really like my brows. All right, let's chug this coffee. My neck still hurts from when I fell. Only on this side though. I'm loving this look. Oh my goodness. I might have to start waking up earlier during the week just to do like colorful looks because I love it so much. So fun. Sorry, I had to just check the time real quick. I'm like sometimes I have so much fun just doing my makeup and like admiring my work that I forget, like lose track of time. Let's do the lips. And then I'm going to tackle this hair. So we're going to be using whatever from Colored Rain. This is a nice brown matte liquid lip. I don't know why I said it like that. And my lips already have chapstick on them, so it won't be too dry. Yes. I love this specific brown because of how warm it is. You know what it really reminds me of? It reminds me of a Louis Vuitton like leather bag, which I don't have. I think my mom has one, a really old one. So that's what this color reminds me of. Oh my goodness, this look. Jesus, you have blessed me. Yo, I need my hair to be on fleek because the pictures, the selfies. I need them to be on point. Love. This look. This look is so pretty. Oh, ow! My bones. My shoulders hurt so much. Shade starting to crack. This look is so pretty. I'm in love with it. Like with everything. I feel like I need to put on a little bit more trophy wife though. We can do a little bit more. And I'm using it's my Ray Ray and BH Cosmetics number 5 brush. This is the bigger version of their brush that you would normally use like in your crease. This is a bigger, more fluffy version. And it's perfect for applying highlight, in my opinion. And I'm barely applying any pressure as I add a little bit more of this to the look. Yes. I love. Okay, let's do something to this whack hair. I don't know if I should try and blow dry it. I don't want to mess it up though. I feel like it's gonna get really frizzy if I try and blow dry while it's still this wet. Let me look at the back. I feel like I'm gonna see a whole bunch of product. Oh no, it's actually absorbed quite well. It's so weird because the ends are kind of dry and then up here the top layer is kind of dry. So maybe I should just try and blow dry it a little. Let's try it. I just don't want to disturb these curls though, you know? But we need to do something with this hair. What time does service start? It start at 10:30. Does it start at 11? I need to find that out. It's only 9:10 right now. It's a 35-minute drive. So we're good on time for right now, but I need to really figure out what I'm gonna do with this hair. Let's try and lightly blow dry it. So I'm gonna unplug the computer charger because she's at 92%. And let me blow dry. That is something I'm gonna invest in as a new blow dryer because this one is, I don't know how many years old this thing is, but she seems like she's on her last leg. So I have a feeling this isn't going to be a good idea, but we're going to find out. right, so I'm focusing mostly just on drying it, not so much stretching it. I'm trying to stretch it a little bit as I go, but I have high heat, low speed right now is what I'm using. That's normally what I use. But yeah, you can see that there's a little bit more volume happening, but it is going to shrink. And I might just stretch it. I might just dry and stretch it all right now. So you're going to see that whole process. I kind of want to do an Instagram live so people can see how I do this too, but we need to continue drying. To make this go faster, I'm about to put it on like high speed because your girl, I get quite impatient with my hair. Okay, so. All right, so now I would say my hair is like 85% dry. You can already see it has a little bit more volume to it now that it's a little bit drier. So now I'm actually going to go ahead and start my stretching technique. So yeah, and you can see I didn't acquire that much frizz from that, but if you use a higher speed, just be prepared to get a little bit more frizz than if you do it on a lower speed. So let's go ahead and get the hair ties. I like to do this in sections. I'm going to start with this side is still a little bit more damp than this side. So let's start. We're going to start on this side. So I'm going to put this side up in a bun. And then I'm going to get one of my hair claws. Don't need to stop. These are great. And we're going to start with the lower layer of my hair. Normally, I like to do at least 3 layers. So I'm going to clip all this away. And then I just use the tension method. And we're going to do low speed for this. All right. All right, so that section is stretched. Next layer. So I just like to go kind of in layers. This middle layer is very, very damp. And I just hold from the ends. All right, that layer is stretched. It's still a little bit damp on the ends, but not bad. And let's do this little top section. All right. So this is the side stretched. It still is like slightly damp towards the ends of the hair, but yeah, it's not bad at all. And it's still very moisturized, very shiny. And this also helps to break the gel cast, this method. And the curls are still pretty defined. I don't have that much frizz either. So that's one reason I love this method and this technique. And then to add more volume, I'm kind of just separating at the roots, kind of picking it with my fingers at the roots to get a little bit more volume. As you can see, the ends are still very much curly and defined. So this side is done, but I'm gonna go ahead and blast my head like at the end, you'll see. I go on and kind of just make sure everything is completely dry at the end. Okay, time to get started with this side. Whew. This will make you hot, just so you know. You might sweat a little bit. I'm getting a little like hot and sweaty. Just gonna, use a fluffy powder brush and dab it in. Embrace the sweat. Okay. So now I know I can do this on very like moist, damp hair, and it kind of doesn't change the result. And I only use 3 products for this wash and go. I used a leave-in, a gel, and then an oil to seal everything in, and it feels so good. This section is an awkward shape. What is it, Nola June? Who is it? Who is it? What's going on, Nola? What you see? Who is it? Oh, girl. All right, just making sure nobody was breaking in. So the definition is still wild. Yeah. Loving the way this is turning out. And it smells really good because the oil I put on top smells really good. So I'm almost done. Almost done. Let's keep going. All right, and I think we have 2 sections left. So I'm gonna do like a front half and a back half of this one. Nola Jean Louise. Okay, so now my hair is like 95% dry and it's stretched. Nola Jean Louise. It is stretched, but I'm gonna go on the my dog on the cool setting and do like a final like stretching and just drying. I'm gonna do high speed as well to speed this up. Okay, my hair is done. Good morning. Wow, my dog is really barking. Nola June. Nola June Louise, do you want a treat? You want a treat for me? Would you like a treat? Want a treat? Come on, want a treat? Want the treat, Nola? Sit. Good girl. All right, so that concludes me doing my makeup, showing you the process of how I finished drying and stretching my hair. So this is technically a day one wash and go because I washed it last night. So this is my first day wearing it out. And you can see the curls are really defined. My hair is shiny. It is very moisturized. And so let me show you the products I used to get this wash and go. And then I'm going to go get dressed and then head to church. Yeah, I love the way that this turned out. If you want more volume, you can go in and pick it. But since this is day one, I don't want to mess it up too much because I need this to last at least like 5 days. My scalp has just been so aggravating lately. But let's get on to what I use for this wash and go. Let me unplug my blow dryer. Okay. For this wash and go, I used this leave-in. This is the Pidana Collection Avocado Herbal Silk Leave-In Conditioner. I've used this for my past 2 wash and go. So this one and the one before it. I love this stuff. This is a Black-owned company based out of Atlanta, I believe. Amazing products for type 4 hair. Dry hair. If you have dry hair, if you have kinky, coily hair, if you have natural hair, it says for all hair types. If you have dry hair, if you got black hair, basically, you need this in your life. It is amazing. The moisture is out of this world, and it pairs well with lots of gels. So that's what I really like about this. I used it last time with the Eco Gold, and then this time with my favorite Wetline Extreme, y'all. This has been my favorite gel. My wash and goes come out more defined when I use Wetline than if I use Eco Gold or Eco Black Castor Oil or Eco Argan Oil. They're also more moisturized when I use this gel. So this is my preferred gel. And like I said, it mixes well with all of the Pidana Collection products. But this is the one I use for this wash and go. And then the last product I use to seal my hair is the oil from the Pidana Collection, which is right here. And this oil smells amazing. And you can see I only used a little bit to seal my entire head. You don't need a lot of this. It smells so good. So this is their Luscious Locks Herbal Silk Hair Oil. Hair oil with argan oil. And it has omega-369, vitamin E rich, non-greasy, locks in moisture for all hair types. I love this. It smells great. So if I had to choose any 2 products to repurchase from them, I would definitely repurchase the leave-in and that oil. And I love that it's a Black-owned company. So that's also a plus. Let me tell you what's on my lips real quick. We already know this is the Feral palette from Menagerie Cosmetics. I did an all green look, only using that palette. And then on my lips is Color Rain, another Black-owned business. Whatever is what it's called. And this is a matte liquid lipstick that I love this shade of brown. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the process of how I stretch out my wash and go. Seeing the products I use for it, watching me do my makeup, and knowing what's on my face. I'm gonna go get dressed and then head to church. But yeah, I love the way my hair turned out. It feels so good. It smells really good. and it looks good. So can't ask for anything more than that. Again, you guys have a super blessed, superb, sensational Sunday. And I will see you tomorrow with another look. January might be like my month where I go on really hard with like colorful and creative looks. And then February, Black History Month, is mostly like Valentine's Day looks, like a lot of red, a lot of pink, if you like that. That'll be next month. And then usually by March, your girl is tired and I go back to my no eyeshadow basic teacher look because the struggle gets real. But I'm going to try and commit to doing more colorful looks since I have so many palettes, and just showing you palettes that you may already have in your collections, showing you looks and new ways to use what you already have since I'm on a no buy year. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys like the way that my hair turned out. I'll give you a 360. The back is probably kind of flat. And yeah, I'm going to get dressed and put some lotion on and go to church. Bye.